Hey guys, it's John, small time bookseller here because I sold some books, and that's what I'm going to tell you about. So if you don't want to listen to about books being sold, just move along. There's people dancing somewhere else. I'm sure it would be much more entertaining. But if you are interested in books, that's pretty much what I do. I don't do the garage sale videos. I don't do yard sale videos. I don't do the GoPros, the good old bins, looking at my hands, startled by the sound of the church bell when it struck the hour, for it was like a departed voice to me. Nope, that's not me. But I will tell you what I sold, and it has been a few days longer than I had wished to put out a video, and that's because I had somebody buy a really my best sale of the week was like 2 days ago, and I was waiting for that person to pay so I could include it on this video, and they did. Yay, money! So anyhow, we're gonna go through it all and see what happens after that. So I had, since the last video, 23 book sales for a grand total of $569.50, $24.76 average, which is just a skosh below my magical $25 and completely arbitrary desire to have a $25 average. But it's a nice number. $25 sounds good. And my Naughta books were $287.75 on 5 Naughta books, which was a $57.55 average, which is exactly what I want every time. $57.55, and I nailed it. So glad to do that. Both Naughta books and books had one really big sale, which kind of put the averages up, which is nice. Because I had a lot of lower dollar amount sales, but those also count. You know, they're numbers, just like all the others. All right, so we're going to get into this. Are you ready? All right, so I'm going to start in with the books, and we'll do the least valuable to the most valuable. So we'll start off. So sometimes it might take me a minute because I've got them numbered here. I just wrote them out chronological, and then I numbered them by price. So hopefully I won't be too bad. First one up, the International Doll Artist Magazine sold for $7.50. This one had been up for quite a while. In the last video, I talked about I was slashing the prices of a lot of books that had sat for more than a year. Well, I did that, so I'll let you know if they sold. I actually sold quite a few books in the last week that had sat for a year, and just because I slashed the price in half. So this is one of them, $7.50. I took an offer on this. I put it down to $10. I don't hardly ever list anything lower than $10, but if it's been sitting a long time, and this was a little magazine, so it's easy to pop into a bulk mailer and send it off. So didn't take a lot of effort, and I got $7.50 out of it. Number 2 on the list. This is another one that I slashed the price on. And I took an offer on this too. Disney's Villains. I knocked this down to $10, and I took an offer at $8 for this one as well. Let's see, the next one. Oh, Four Witnesses. The Early Church in Her Own Words, $10 for that one. This was a recent pickup. This wasn't worth all that much, but one of the big sellers week after week is Religion. So when I saw a book like this, I picked it up, and I figured it would sell, and it did. Even though it wasn't much, it was a quick sale. Number 4, this is a one that I discounted heavily. I had this on the shelf for over a year. Dog Sports Skills, Book 3. And I sold that one for $10. Number 5, Hacking the Case Interview. Personally, I don't think you should be hacking at all when you're doing an interview, but hey, for $10, you can learn how to do it properly, I suppose. Number 6, where are you? Number 6. This is entertaining. Oh, there we go. Musician's Survival Guide to a Killer Record Deal, dude. No, to a Killer Record. This one was also discounted heavily, down to $10, and it finally sold. Number 7, here's another one, Coroner. This is a vintage book. I'd had it up for about $24, $25, and it weren't selling at all, so I slashed her in half, and it sold for $12, Coroner. Let's see, the next one. Pete the Cat collection. I think it was 5 books in the old Pete the Cat collection, and that one did sell for $12. Another one that got No, that one I think I'd had up for about 12. Maybe 15. I might have taken an offer on 12 for that one. It seems like I'm getting a lot more offers than normal. I don't know if that's people are kind of figuring out that you can always offer a little less. And at least with me, and I'll always take it. And the next one we have, we're moving up the prices a little bit here. Wallpaper City Guide to Istanbul. $15 back for, even though it's a 2017 city guide. I kind of surprised that sold. 15 bucks on that one. Here's a good sale. 2 of these books by Wayne Stinnett. This is volumes 11 and 12. Never heard of Wayne Stinnett. They obviously weren't that valuable to sell individually, but put 2 of them and it's easy to box up. They're basically like selling one book and you get $15 for them. I think it helps that they were sequential. So I had volumes 11 and 12 that I could sell together. Number 11, the ACT Premium Study Guide, also sold for $15. And moving on after that, where are we going next? The Next Generation Acuplacer Study Guide. I meant to look before I boxed that one up. I was like, I wonder what an acuplacer is, but I didn't, so I'll never know. $15 on the acuplacer. Oh, this is kind of a fun one. The Rafi Children's Favorite Songbook sold for how much? 20 bucks on that one. I think I had that one up for a little higher. Either took an offer or I discounted it. I can't remember. But it did sell for $20. That one took me forever to find. Made me so mad when I found it because it's bright red and it's right where I had it listed that it should be. And I looked on that like 38 times in that shelf and I couldn't find it. And 39th time, it's right there. It's bright red and it says Rafi on it. Yeah, all right. So then moving on. That was number, okay. Oh, this was another one of the military aircraft haul that I got a few videos back. Sold the Grumman F7F Tiger Cat for $20. So I pulled like 100 books out of that lot of military aircraft. After the first 2 sales, I was in the profit for the whole day. And so in the last few, I'm well into the profit now on those, which is a lot of fun to see those starting to go. Had an SAT reading guide. I picked up 2 of these and they both sold. The first one sold for my asking price of $20. And then about 4 or 5 days later, somebody offered me $15 on the other one. And I was like, sure, take it. It's yours. Go learn the SAT. Good luck with that one. All right, so then we have, oh, this is the one, Solving Product Design Exercises. It just looked interesting to me. I thought, business related. It wasn't a large book, and it sold for $25 pretty quickly. I didn't have that one listed very long at all. Here's one that I did discount. This was a Creed of Iron revised. I had this one up for probably $50 for quite a while. It's one of those that when I looked it up, there weren't any sold. There were a couple listed, and none of them were selling, I guess. So when I marked it down to $25, then it sold in this last week. This is one that I sell a lot of. There's a lot of variations on this book, the DSM-5. This was the pocket guide for child and adolescent mental health. A lot of these pocket guides, the actual books, if not the pocket guides, but the regular ones, they'll sell for upwards of $80 to $100. Like I said, there's a lot of variations on this where they focus on one area or another. The pocket guides always do very well as well. And this one sold for $25. So I recommend you always pick up those DSM-5 guides. No matter what they are, they're probably going to sell. Here's another health-related book, The Development Across a Lifespan. Moving on up, now we're at $35 right now, $35. And then another health book is coming up next. The Islamic Health Book, Volume 1, also sold for $35. I think I've got, let's see, is it just 2 more? Okay, now for my 2 big sales of the week. This was kind of fun. I had 2 really good book sales. So this one, I had the NCCER Millwright Levels 1 through 3 that I had for sale for $150. And somebody messaged me and said, I really only need volumes 2 and 3. Would you sell those for $90? Something, and I was asking $50 a piece for the 3, so he's offered me $45 a piece for 2 of them. I was like, absolutely. So I took those and I kept level 1, and I'll relist it probably for $50. But those are good. Millwright. I also have volume 5 and 6, which I had on a separate listing, and I've got those listed for $150 for the 2 of them. So I'm hoping those sell as well. I got those at the Goodwill bins, 33 cents a piece. So that was 66 cents. It just turned into $90. And then my most valuable sale of the week was this one, the Biological Science 7th edition, $120. And that's the one that I was waiting for them to pay so I could put it on this video and put it into my average and all that. So 120 bucks for the Biological Science. I don't remember where I got this one, but it was either the Goodwill bins for 33 cents, or it was, I think it was, I don't remember picking this up anywhere else. It's been a while since I picked up anything decent at the Amazon return store, so we'll assume it was Goodwill bins, 33 cents into $120. So yay! All right, so that was it for the books. My Nota books were kind of fun this week as well. I sold this DVD, 3 colors. This is from the Great Portuguese Haul from my friend Laxman that gave me a bunch of DVDs. And I've been slowly listing them. And pretty much as soon as I list one, they sell. He had some really good stuff. And I just have been slowly listing them. So this one sold for $10. I did sell a SIM card. I've still got about 30 or 40 of these left. I wish they would be gone, but you know, I obviously am into the profit on those a long time ago, and they still sell once a month or so. I'll sell one of these, $7.75. This is the one item that I do free shipping on, just because that's how they're listed. Everyone else does free shipping, and so I make a couple of bucks on each one of those whenever they sell. Then I had this one sold today. This was the Chicago Bears jacket. Sold for $25. I had it up for probably $45, maybe $50. I can't remember. And I had gotten several offers of like $30 over the past probably year. And I always countered. I always added $5. Came back $5 more, $5 more. And I kept losing sales. So this time somebody offered me $25. And I was like, yes, I'll be happy with my $25. Thank you very much. And so I sold that one. And then this is one that I've sold. This is like the 3rd time it's sold. And the first time somebody actually paid for it. It's nice when that happens. This is called the Orange Whip. It's a golf trainer. And I sold that for $70. Kind of messed up on the shipping on this one because I didn't calculate I put in the weight. Because I'm so used to doing medium mail and that's all that matters is the weight. But I didn't take into account that this thing went in a box that's 38 inches long. So they ended up paying $10 for shipping, I think, and it cost about $22 to ship. So I kind of split the shipping with them, but it was a $70 sale. So I'm definitely made out pretty good on that one. And I put it in a USPS priority shipping tube, which is actually triangular prism. I just put the length and then width and height. I actually went onto eBay and did the chat feature, which I really recommend. If you ever need to get in a hold of somebody at eBay, go through the chat. Usually within 1 or 2 minutes, I'm talking to an actual person on the chat. They're real helpful because I wasn't sure what to put for width and height with a rectangular prism. So they helped me out with that. That's kind of what I thought. I just put the base, which is the longest side, and then measured the height. But, you know. All right. And then my last one, which is my overall biggest sale of the week, is this. The Holdfast Gear Moneymaker Bridal Camera Harness. It's a dual camera harness. I mentioned this in a few videos back about items that I will pick up at the Amazon return store on like $8 day or $9 day. And I have to think, is it gonna sit for a while but bring in some good profit? I'll get that. Otherwise, if I'm spending $8 or $9 on something, I wanted to be able to flip it within a week and at least double or triple my money. So this is one when I looked at it, solid leather, nice brand, a product that does sell, but not every day probably. And I knew that it would had some really good value, but it was going to sit for a while. And it did, right up there, top of the shelf. But I sold it for $175. So I paid $8 for that and sold it for $175. So that was my best sale of the week. So it's pretty good totals all said and done, and I guess that's all I have. So I'm not gonna I was looking at something else to show you. I have a bunch of stuff that I picked up recently that are kind of interesting, or I'll probably save for the next video. But I did want to mention one, if you haven't, I don't know how I'm trying to say this, but as far as another source of picking up books, there's an app called Virage Sale. I don't know how wide known that is, or if you're all familiar with that one. VARAGE, Virage Sale. And I have it here locally, and I like 2 other surrounding communities, or I'm kind of part of the 3 different selling communities on there. And I just look at books. And so this last weekend, I saw somebody was giving away some books for free. And they said the retired chemical engineer had a bunch of books. Said, if you're an aspiring engineer, you might like these. So I messaged and said, hey, I'm not an aspiring engineer, but they look fascinating. I would love to have them. And they messaged and said, sure, come by and get them. So I went over, really nice older gentleman who had 3 banker boxes full of books. And I started going through them later that night. And a lot of them are, $4 or $5. They're outdated. But some of them that I looked up seemed to have listings. I didn't do a lot of research for, $75, $80, even $100. So I think it's going to be really good. But they're free, completely free. So I just recommend that another place to look for, another place to source books. You can go, I know, Facebook. What's the other one I'm thinking of? Craigslist. Things like that. But this is Virage Sale. Will be another place to look for picking up some free books. Yay! All right. I think I'm tired. I know I'm tired, and I'm going to go to bed. But I wanted to do this video tonight so I could upload it tomorrow when I get to work, because the Wi-Fi in my house is terrible. I can't. It'll take me like 37 hours to upload a video if I do it here. So I hope you all are doing well. I hope that you had a good weekend and are selling the heck out of things as well. And I'll catch you next time. Hope to see you sooner rather than later. Adios.